My name is Katie. I came to EntryPoint because I was having knee pain, couldn't take care of myself, and it was affecting every aspect of my life, and I wanted to get back to running, and it went great.
It was kind of affecting every factor of your life, your job included, which is what?
I'm a physical therapist.
So you and I both know, me especially, I know how well educated you are. I know how smart you are. There's something to be said about having, I know it was probably a little difficult at first. You talked about it was kind of hard to go find a fellow professional to go work on it with. And I feel like a lot of people kind of struggle with that is you feel like you're demeaning yourself.
Being a physical therapist, it was embarrassing to reach out for help, but necessary nonetheless. I was treating patients all day, coming home, didn't want to take care of myself. Didn't want to treat myself, didn't want to think about it. So that's when I ultimately was like, I've had enough of this. I'm going to ask for help. I think also our education and our profession as a whole has a tendency to get stuck in a rut. PT schools are teaching information that's 17 to 20 years behind in research. You're not always being trained with up-to-date research.
Well, and it's it turns into kind of that mill mentality of just push in, push out. There's not always enough. And it's not always, I don't always put it on the clinics. I think you'd agree. The people that are there are trying to do it for the right reasons.
In insurance-based PT, there's very high levels of burnout. You're not always getting one-on-one care. A lot of times you're just being treated so that the therapist can build a unit and send you on your way. You're going to the clinic 2-3 times a week, paying your copay 2-3 times a week. Everything adds up and it doesn't equate to the results that you should be getting. So finding therapists that push themselves and push their patients and keep trying to do quality treatment and purposeful treatment, I think is important.
Yeah.
So I knew when I needed care, I didn't want to go insurance-based because insurance rules the world and
Makes it hard to pursue all those things that you
it's
said are important.
expensive. You're paying for your insurance already, and your insurance probably isn't going to pay for your visits, and they're probably going to cut you off at some point.
And you're going to get that surprise bill like a month after you're done.
And I did not want any of that. So I paid less the 3 months that I was paying here than I would have in 8 weeks.
That's the big key
Highly
there.
recommend. And I think there's something to it too that like there's specialties for a reason. I love working with elderly people, stroke populations, neurologic populations. I don't want to work with athletes. I don't want to treat myself. So that's
Hence where we come in. Exactly.
So
and
thank
that's
you.
well, thank you. I think you summed it up really, really nicely in that there's some hidden cost that even though it feels like when insurance care, you feel like, oh, I'm paying less. There's a lot of hidden costs that get baked in or surprise to you later.
I saved a trip to my physician too because I didn't have to go ask for, hey, can I have a referral to PT and have them have to
jump through all the
hoops and say, oh, do you really need PT? Like I'm a PT. I know what I need.
I know what I
know
need.
where I need to go to get it. So not having to go through that process too and just straight paying. I knew exactly what I was going to pay. I knew exactly what I was going to get. And that's what I paid and that's what I got.
Which is exactly what we go for. I mean, that was one of the main facets that I built this place on. Was like, I didn't want it to be a mystery. I wanted it to be very forthright of, hey, here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. There shouldn't be any guesswork. Not even guesswork. The only work is work. How did it feel as far as getting to work it in? Did it seem, were we able to find a way to fit your schedule while also you giving it the time it deserved?
You want the quick fix. You want the magic exercise that cures everything. That doesn't exist. That's common sense. You have to do what you're told to do. I think in the 3-month span that I was really set in the program, beyond the additional little tweaks at the end, I missed 1 workout, 2 workouts, and that's
extremely consistent.
And it worked, and I felt I was back to running in 6 weeks.
Yeah, which was really cool. How long were you not running for before that?
I had not run since my junior year of college. So it'd been...
So we're talking
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years, which...
yeah.
I mean, hey, you want to talk about wanting to go from... Not that I'm trying to toot our own horn, but you want to talk about, okay, I couldn't run for 5 years, and now in 6 weeks, talk about a minimal time investment. But here's the thing. I didn't want to cut you off, but that's a big parking point, and you said it. You're like, oh, I dedicated myself to it, and what seemed like an unattainable goal I didn't pull some voodoo magic out from my hat. It was just well-programmed, well-thought-out, targeted work. It's you that does it. I'm just giving you the playbook or the roadmap.
I knew exactly why you were giving me the exercises that you were giving me, not only because of my education, but because you put it right out there like, hey, this is why we're doing this. This is what we're hoping to achieve with it. If it doesn't work, we'll tweak it. If it does, great, build on it. I think it's important that when you're going to a clinic, you look around and you see people that look like you and act like you and have similar goals as you. You gave me a program. I did it. It was fun to do. I saw results. I wanted a therapist that was excited about what they were doing and somebody that was going to motivate me and make me excited to do it.
Oh, cool. And I think, it was really fun for me to be able to have someone who equally, like, I'm not going to say I have a favorite patient type, but the reality is I do. And if I get one, I get someone like yourself who, education aside, I think even if you weren't a PT, you were going to come into this with the attitude of, oh, I want the end result. I don't care about the work that it takes to get me. You're willing to do it, but your focus remained on, oh, I'm going to do this so I can get to where I need to go. And you did it with intention. You did it with intensity. And you did it to learn. You didn't just do it to go through the motions.
Yeah.
If I had a favorite patient type, it's someone that's willing to put in the work.
Okay.
And the cool thing about working in this environment is some people call it like a barrier to entry of, oh, well, you're creating barriers between you and your clients. I'm like, no, I'm creating barriers between people that want to do the work and those that just want to be handed something. And I hate to be blunt, but you fit the category of someone that wanted to do the work, and that's why you've had the success. It's no secret sauce. It is programming that works.
Reps.
It's reps. It's progressive, and it only works if you want it to work and you put in the work and you earned every little bit of it.
I think there are certain people that, like, the 3 times a week I'm going in, I have the accountability of somebody telling me, like, this is what we're doing today. And it's the same thing that you did on Tuesday. It's the same thing that you're going to do on Friday.
Right.
But you're doing it today with the guidance of the therapist. I think if that's what you need to get it done, that's fine. You can get that where you want it. But if you're wanting the independence and the autonomy to be able to just do it yourself, somebody else is making the plan for you and saying, like, hey, here's what you got to do, go do it. If that's your thing, like, this is where you need to be. And I don't need the hand holding.
You didn't.
You're
like, hey, point me in the direction, I'm there. Like,
I wanted somebody to tell me what to do, and I didn't want to have to think about it, but I didn't need the
coddling.
The coddling, yeah.
If someone comes in here and they leave here more independent, not just in function, but in thought, I call that a win every single time. I'm trying to not just build a place where you go and you get better, but then 6 months later, you're back again. Or they come back because they want to stay well, not because they backslid. And every time they come, they just perpetually get better. And that way, it's not this broken model of, sick care, which unfortunately we both started out working in, which was, oh, we're going to treat you till you're just better, kick you out the door and say, okay, see you next time.
I tell my patients all the time, I'm like, it's a good thing if you don't need me anymore. Like, you shouldn't need me. That's kind of the point. And the patients that come in and say, oh, I feel like I can just do this on my own. Your therapist should always be trying to improve because research is always changing and techniques should always be changing. You shouldn't be going somewhere that's using 20 to 30-year-old models of treatment. It's also really boring to do the same thing over and over and over with somebody over and over and over.
I can't say enough how much I've enjoyed having you. Seriously, I'm super excited that you were able to, get back out and running, breaking that sub 10 mark, going up and down hills.
Thank you for having it. It's important for the area because we don't have anything else like this. So this is how PT should be.